Hey everybody, I was checking out Genesis chapter 15. I was texting with some friends of mine. Somehow I got caught up on this Genesis chapter 15 and the idea of righteousness. Uh, because I tell you, righteousness can get kind of a bad rap. Holier than thou. It's being perfect in what we say and what we do kind of a thing. And then it can even become a judgmental kind of a thing where there are some that would say, well, you're not being righteous enough. And well, I don't know if you've ever encountered that, but I have. And I'm finding in Genesis 15, it paints a little different picture of what righteousness is. And so it starts like this. It says, the Lord spoke to Abram in a vision and said to him, do not be afraid, Abram, for I will protect you, and your reward will be great. But Abram replied, O sovereign Lord, okay, the one that is in charge of all of creation, what good are all your blessings when I don't even have a son? You see, so it seems as though, well, having a son back then was absolutely everything. Is that you were as good as dead if you didn't have a son to pass along your land, your inheritance, your legacy. In that culture, that was just life and death. And here Abram was getting a little bit older. He's quite old, right? Hadn't had a kid yet. And he had every reason to be afraid or concerned or anxious or worried. And so he brings that to the sovereign Lord. And what the Lord does, he takes Abram outside, hauls him outside, says, you take a look. Look up there, right? Look up into the sky and count the stars if you can. So the Creator God is taking Abram outside, showing him a little something, right? Take a look up there. The same Creator God that created heavens and earth, Genesis chapter 1, has a plan for you, Abram. Loves you, is gonna protect you, and is gonna make sure that you have what you need. All right? You're gonna be blessed. And he says, that's how many descendants you're gonna have, Abram. And then the key bit of passage here says in verse 6, and Abram believed the Lord, and the Lord counted him as righteous because of his faith. And there you go. And that's a key verse. I tell you what, that even leads into the New Testament. The writers of the New Testament use that quite a bit. And Abram believed the Lord, and the Lord counted him as righteous because of his faith. And there you go. There's a key about, I think, what righteousness is and what being righteous is. It's this placing all of our trusts and hope, right, into the Creator God, into the one that does have the plan for us, that we can let go of control in the here and now, so that we can have new creation, if you will, a new Genesis in our lives that happen when we actually free that up, when we say we're not in control, but we trust the one who created us and who created the heavens and the earth. And that's pretty big, because it seems like this idea of what faith is and what righteousness is how a trusting and hope-filled life in the Creator God changes us from the inside out. You get me? Instead of thinking about behavior modification, running around trying to do the right things and say, I didn't do this or I did do this, but our hearts and minds are changed from the inside out as we begin to have trust and hope and faith in our Creator God, in Jesus, and we begin to change from the inside out. Faith. That's pretty neat. I'll see you around. You take care. You righteous children of God. I'll see you. Bye.